vision. Another thing that I manifested was body scanning. I would say the last thing that really touched me was how everything is so kind of personal. The whole experience, like people really attend to you, they care about you. You're not just a number in a program, but you're treated like a real being. So I really appreciate that.
Everybody has a wonderful breakthroughs and experiences.
Life-changing process once you have joined.
I would recommend this to anyone who wants to make a big shift in his life, a big change. Not even just like growth, but for personal transformation and breakthroughs, because this program just brings you to the next level.
If anybody is just tired of being tired and wants to do something new in his life, I encourage you to come and try PSS. Make it happen for your life. You're not gonna regret it. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna do it for yourself.
When I arrived here, I was in a very, very dark space, very pessimistic, but now there's this love inside of me, there's this joy inside of me, and the belief systems are changing, so all of a sudden, opportunities are everywhere.
I've been learning the yoga from other sources previously, but the Swamiji's yoga is the only place from authentic source. It's really, really different. Also enjoying the pure vegetarian, organic, sattvic foods.
This special yoga makes my body more flexible, and Swamiji is teaching me what is intensity, what is integrity, and what is discipline.
Before coming, I twisted my left wrist during basketball game, and I barely can use my left hand. After few training, my hand can sustain my body weight, and now everything looks normal for my left hand.
Starting early in the morning with some yoga to move the body, then puja to move the spirit, then these talks that really dive into my subconscious mind to really get into these root patterns of my life and to really release that emotional charge once and for all from my being. In day 28, I am complete.
I think the biggest breakthroughs for me were like completion with my social circle, like my parents and relationships. So I really felt deep healing experiences. Also, I kind of manifested different powers. For example, I could do remote vision. Another thing that I manifested was body scanning. I would say the last thing that really touched me was how everything is so kind of personal. The whole experience, like people really attend to you, they care about you. You're not just a number in a program, but you're treated like a real being. So I really appreciate that.
Everybody has a wonderful breakthroughs and experiences.
Life-changing process once you have joined.
I would recommend this to anyone who wants to make a big shift in his life, a big change. Not even just like growth, but for personal transformation and breakthroughs, because this program just brings you to the next level.
If anybody is just tired of being tired and wants to do something new in his life, I encourage you to come and try PSS. Make it happen for your life. You're not gonna regret it. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna do it for yourself.
When I arrived here, I was in a very, very dark space, very pessimistic, but now there's this love inside of me, there's this joy inside of me, and the belief systems are changing, so all of a sudden, opportunities are everywhere.
I've been learning the yoga from other sources previously, but the Swamiji's yoga is the only place from authentic source. It's really, really different. Also enjoying the pure vegetarian, organic, sattvic foods.
This special yoga makes my body more flexible, and Swamiji is teaching me what is intensity, what is integrity, and what is discipline.
Before coming, I twisted my left wrist during basketball game, and I barely can use my left hand. After few training, my hand can sustain my body weight, and now everything looks normal for my left hand.
Starting early in the morning with some yoga to move the body, then puja to move the spirit, then these talks that really dive into my subconscious mind, to really get into these root patterns of my life, and to really release that emotional charge once and for all for my being. In day 28, I am complete.
I think the biggest breakthroughs for me were like completion with my social circle, like my parents and relationships. So I really felt deep healing experiences. Also, I kind of manifested different powers. For example, I could do remote vision. Another thing that I manifested was body scanning. I would say the last thing that really touched me was how everything is so kind of personal. The whole experience, like people really attend to you, they care about you. You're not just a number in a program, but you're treated like a real being. So I really appreciate that.
Everybody has a wonderful breakthroughs and experiences.
Life-changing process once you have joined.
I would recommend this to anyone who wants to make a big shift in his life, a big change. Not even just like growth, but for personal transformation and breakthroughs, because this program just brings you to the next level.
If anybody is just tired of being tired and wants to do something new in his life, I encourage you to come and try PSS. Make it happen for your life. You're not gonna regret it. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna do it for yourself.
You'll start with Paramashiva Namaskara.
When I arrived here, I was in a very, very dark space, very pessimistic, but now there's this love inside of me, there's this joy inside of me, and the belief systems are changing, so all of a sudden opportunities are everywhere.
I've been learning the yoga from other sources previously, but the Swamiji's yoga is the only place from authentic source. It's really, really different. Also enjoying the pure vegetarian, organic, sattvic foods.
This special yoga makes my body more flexible, and Swamiji is teaching me what is intensity, what is integrity, and what is discipline.
Before coming, I twisted my left wrist during basketball game, and I barely can use my left hand. After few training, my hand can sustain my body weight, and now everything looks normal for my left hand.
Starting early in the morning with some yoga to move the body, then puja to move the spirit, then these talks that really dive into my subconscious mind, to really get into these root patterns of my life, and to really release that emotional charge once and for all for my being. In day 28, I am complete.
I think the biggest breakthroughs for me were like completion with my social circle, like my parents and relationships. So I really felt deep healing experiences. Also, I kind of manifested different powers. For example, I could do remote vision. Another thing that I manifested was body scanning. I would say the last thing that really touched me was how everything is so kind of personal. The whole experience, like people really attend to you, they care about you. You're not just a number in a program, but you're treated like a real being. So I really appreciate that.
Everybody has a wonderful breakthroughs and experiences.
Life-changing process once you have joined.
I would recommend this to anyone who wants to make a big shift in his life, a big change.
Nithyananda, welcome to Kailasa's Nithyananda Yoga. Now, let's begin with the Sadhurvandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtam Tadvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattamasyadilakshanam Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Keep your eyes closed. Om Ham Ham Shivaya Namaha. 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 Now we'll be entering into the ritualistic cleansing. Tattvachman. Om Atu Tattam Sodhyami Sudha. Vidya Tattam Sodhyami Sudha. Shiva Tattam Sodhyami Sudha. Om Ham Hridaya Namaha. Adha Sankalpaha. Om Pata Samasta Vidachaya Dwara Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prithirtham Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Prithirtham Cha Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanaha Mukya Parardhe Shri Shvetavaraha Kalpe Vaivasthamanvantare Ashtavamshitame Nitya Yuge Prathame Pahade Jambu Dvipe Bharatvarshe Bharathande Nero Dakshine Parshve Shatabde Asmin Vartamane Vyavaharike Prabhadinam Tasya Samasranam Madhe Adhya Purokta Evam Gunavisheshena Vasishtayaam Asyam Sabadhidho Purnarogayukta Durgata Yogi Sarya Siddhartham Paramshiva Shakti Avisthanartham Nithyananda Yoga Vyasam Karishye Om Apaprishya. Now let's get ready to enter into the last sequence of the Panchama Vinyasa Krama, the Nithyananda Yoga sequence. First, we'll be starting with Dandasana, Trini. To sit with your legs extended, both the legs are stretched out in front of you. Place your hands beside the hips and palms, pressing down onto the ground. Engage your thighs, flex your feet. Perform Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti. Inhale through the nose, exhale evenly, rhythmically. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a steadfast shaft and seated tall and unshakable upon the earth. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Sukha Prasarito Pado. Tushthito Bhume Samastito. The next asana is Garudasana. So come to the kneeling position. Come seated, be seated in the kneeling position. Top your feet. Cross one foot over the sole of the other foot. So cross your foot at the back and sit on the rest sitting bones. Rest your hands on the respective thighs. Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti. Engage Mula Bandha, symbolizing the foundation of your inner strength and rootedness. Visualize energy gathering and visualizing at your base. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Padayo Prashthe Dobhayo Vestave Bhumi Samsitai. Now, the next asana is Gokilasana. So from the kneeling position, toes are still crossed at the back. Hands, rest your sitting bones directly above the top heel and rest your hands on the either side of the hip. Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti, Mula Bandha. Visualize humble strength, steady care, and nurturing guidance. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Gocharamo Pari Yah Sidet Gokilasana Muchate. The next asana is Ana Vinay Asana. So sit, bring your legs in Padmasana. And then cross your arms in front of you. Grasp the opposite heels. So you are holding the opposite heels, not the toes. Grab the opposite heels with each hand. Shambhavi Mudra, Prakriti Kumbhaka, where you suck the air with a loud wah sound and holding it known as Prakriti Mudra, Prakriti Kumbhaka. To make the va sound as you suck the air in and hold. This is Prakriti Kumbhaka. Engage Mulabandha, visualize the light of consciousness piercing the regions heaviness and breathing steady from the spine root to its crown. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Anava Tinaye Eru Vala E Lumpaver Mutivanam Patrati Vadikatu. The next asana is Pranasana Dve. So sit comfortably in Padmasana. Rest the hands in Bindu Mudra on each of your respective knees. Inhale deeply through the nostril. Fill the lungs completely. Exhale forcefully through the nose. In short breath, pulling the stomach in and up. In Uddiyana Bandha. In every exhale. Shabhi Mudra, Prakriti Kumbhaka. Engage Mulabandha. Visualize yourself seated firmly in a blossomed lotus. Chant japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Pranasanam nam padmasanam samasthaye. The next asana is Jwala Padmasana. So be seated in Padmasana and then quickly rise up onto your knees and stack your hips and shoulders on top of them, standing upright at the tip of the knees. Simultaneously extend both the arms straight above the head and balance there. So you are standing on the knees, hands are upright. So you can repeat this motion or just one time. So you can repeat this motion from the Padmasana seated posture. Rise up on the knees in Padmasana and hands raised up. Prakriti Kumbhaka. Radiate. Lotus flower. Mulabandha. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Sapta Padmasanam. Samagravidhi. The next asana is Sarvangasana Dve. So in this asana, as you are seated in Padmasana, slowly lie down on your back. And then rest your hands alongside of your body. And then as you lift your legs up and hips off the ground, so your head and shoulders are on the ground. And you're lifting your legs and you're lifting your hips vertically up. Take the hands on the hips for the support. Visualize the entire body functioning as one integrated unit, as if every limb aligned with a single intelligence. Prakriti Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, Atha Sarvangasanam. The next asana is Spharita Padmasana. So be seated in Padmasana and then quickly raise arms out to the sides at an angle. Hands making a fist. Antaranga Kumbhaka. Quickly and forcibly inhale. Then through the nose and hold the breath for a short while and then slowly exhale. Engage Mulabandha. Visualize a lively lotus that spring up with a joyful energy. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Utpalava Kamalasana Padmiyugmam Uddipit Pattanartha Vimochayet. Now the next asana is Dharmanatha asana. From the seated position in Padmasana, place your hands on the top of the perineum with elbows straight. Shambhavi Mudra, Bhasrika Kumbhaka Pranayama, meaning inhale and exhale forcefully to the nose, keeping the breath strong yet even. So, I will bring your awareness only at the exhalation and constantly exhale. Mulabandha, visualize yourself an earth anchored pillar. Chandajapa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Atadharunathathanam. The next asana is Muthiriyal Meru asana. From the Padmasana, place your hands on the respective knees. Visualize yourself as the great Mount Meru. Engage Mulabandha to activate the inner heat. Bhastrika Kumbhaka continue where you focus on exhalation, forceful exhalation continuously. Keep Shambhavi Mudra. Visualize the majestic mountain at your core, Mount Meru, the cosmic axis representing spiritual stability and the center of the universe. Chant the Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Ethereal, Amarandu, Meru Pol, Nilayetu, Pul, Anikai Kayechu. The next asana is Shavasana. So as you're seated in Padmasana, hands resting on the respective knees, keep your chest open, breathe steadily, settle into the posture with a sense of ease. Visualize yourself firmly established like a pillar in a great hall, present, reliable, and unmoved by activity around you. Bhastrika Kumbhaka continued, where you exhale forcibly. Mulabandha, bring your gaze to the third eye. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Atha Sabhasanam. The next asana is Madhyasana. So from seated position in Padmasana, cup your hands in front of your lap. So hands are stacked over the top of other. And so bring the left arm on the top of the right. And then gaze downward, bring your gaze to the nose. Visualize yourself centered and poised in perfect equilibrium, balance at the midpoint of the body and the mind. Chant Japa, Bhastrika Kumbhaka continued. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Agrasanam cha pratham, Parshvadvasanam madhyamam. Now the next asana is Upadhyayasana. So lie down on your back. Another advanced level asana is starting. And bring one leg behind your neck. So start with you can choose any leg as the leg you wish, and then bring your leg behind your back or in front of your chest, and then rest your hands on the side of the hips, allowing the leg to settle comfortably at your hip. Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Kumbhaka Pranayama, Mulabandha. Visualize the lifted leg becoming a cushion that supports the mind, as if the head is resting on a pillow of stability and trust. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Atha Upadhasanam. Now we'll be repeating Upadhanasana on the other side. So now switch the position of your leg and try to bring the leg behind the neck or in front of your chest. Once again, perform Mula Bandha, Ujjayi Kumaka Pranayama, Shambhavi Mudra, Shanti Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Atha Upadhasanam. Now, we'll be entering into deeper stretch with the next asana, which is Yoga Nidra Asana, Purvangam. So as you're lying down, try to cross your legs behind your neck. So bring both the legs behind your neck. Hold for a moment. Interlace a finger behind your buttocks. Parashamudra, hands interlaced. Ujjayi Kumka Pranayama. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize your throat chakra. Let the self relax in deep restful awareness. Chant Japa. Om Nithyananda. Paramashivoham. Yoga Nidrasanam Nam Bado Sirsa Sansapaya. Now the next asana is Markatasana Trini. So as you're lying down, extend the legs straight out with your feet. Straight, legs straight without bending the knees. Hands are resting on the sides of your body, palms are facing down. So this is a dynamic motion where you quickly and energetically move the legs, both of your legs, straight up towards the ceiling, vertical. Then immediately, quickly and forcibly bring both the legs back to the ground. And then repeat this motion again and again. Visualize yourself as a living, lively monkey, swift and grounded, radiating with energy and alertness. Samavritti, Jalandhavanda, tuck the chin to the toes, controls, Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Shavasanastav do Padav Homom, Mastapontaraha. Now the next asana will be Kabandhasanam. So as you are lying down with your legs extended out in front of you, with your heels slightly lifted off the ground. So your heels will be slightly lifted off the ground. Then lean back slightly. Keep your chest lifted and shoulders off the floor, and rotate the upper body gently to one side. So you can choose whether to the left side or right side. Shambhavi Mudra, Samavritti, Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a powerful elephant trunk. Shanti Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Kabandhasanamittyahu, Gorakshasanam Angushtamshtakam Yena, Brahma Prasadinam Tatha. Now we'll be repeating Kabandhasana on the other side. This time, twist on the other side. Hands resting on the sides. Slightly lift your heels off the ground. Visualize yourself as a powerful elephant trunk. Samavriti, Mulbandha, Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Kabandhasanamittyahu, Gorakshasanam Ashtavakrotathanam, Mayuram Vedvandhanam. The next asana is Buddha Adharasana. So lie supine with knees bent, feet flat on the ground, close to the hips. And then rest your shoulders and crown on the floor and interlace a finger behind the ankles and lift your hips high, arching the back normally. Samavritti, Shambhavi Mudra. Visualize yourself as Lord Paramashiva, the white guardian, calm, compassionate, and perfectly balanced. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Pakshayo Pa Pada Sandisha Dharam Kathaye Buddha. The next asana is Grivasana. So this is bent with your back bent, but here the slight difference is there. Instead of hand on the ground, your crown is on the ground. So start with lying position and bend your knees. Place your feet flat on the ground and with the back of your head resting lightly on the floor. cross your arms. So from this position, lift your hips high. You can take the support of the hand as you enter into the back bend. Try to bring your knees straight, legs straight. Have a deeper stretch and hands resting crossed on the chest. Samavriti. Visualize the vital connection between body and mind. Mulbandha. Urdhva drishti. Chanda japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Rirasanam tu vigyena. Kakshasanam tatha param. Devasanam cha paramam. Vyasanam attahe. Now the next asana is Chakrasana Chatur. So this is the asana where you'll be lifting your heels, palms will be on the ground and feet will be on the ground. So let's enter into the asana. Head is off the ground. Samavriti Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as an open arch of energy. Chant Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Uttashayanam Prarungibhyaka Gandhar Bhimukha Bhumaribadha. And the next asana is Nritya Bhanjakasana. Lie supine on your back. Raise your one leg high and bring it forward. Position the sole of, so bring both the legs. Position the sole of your foot to show the outer edge as per. Keep the body relaxed, focusing deliberate placement, control. Engage your core, hands holding both the foot. Samavriti, Mulbandha. Visualize yourself as a brave yogic warrior rising above fears and limitations. Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Prathame se sudho soy hoye. Tane pag unche aaye nae aane. The next asana is Halahasana Dvai. From the seated position, lean back, bringing your back onto the ground, feet up above the head, hands flat on the ground behind you. For the support, Shambe Mudra, Murcha Kumka, exhale and hold the breath in Jananda Bandha. Visualize a steady inward turning force, bringing balance, clarity. Chanda Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Rishtashenyo Hasta Parisamipe Dharam Dhaya. The next asana is Halahasana 3. So once again, come back to the similar posture as we performed the previous asana with your legs above the head, toes on the ground. This time, interlace the finger behind the back. Mochikumka, Charanda Bandha, visualize yourself being inward, turning inward to offer deep renewal and calm. Chanda Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Halahasanama Prishte Chainam Pada Prishtat Shirasi Sthapayitva. Now the next asana is Jwalasana Purvanga. This time you'll be lifting your legs and hips straight up, your crown, back of the crown, head and shoulders on the ground, hand giving the support at your back. Mochikumka, Jalandhar Bandha. Visualize your inner fire, flickering with gentle potential. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Savidakshina Parivritya Padangulibhya Bhume Splashet Kuryat. The next asana is Jwalasana. So hold yourself in this position. Kechri Mudra. Perform the Kechri Mudra. Roll the tongue back and upward into the hollow of the mouth. Mochikumka, Jalandhar Bandha. Visualize you in a fire, bright, light and steady. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Prishthasai Purna Puraka Dakhyo Katim Portalayet. Now relax for a moment as we get ready for the next asana, which is Trishulasana Purvanga. So in this position, try to come to the similar posture, but your knees are bent, soles of the feet are together. In this position, bring the palms together with fingers pointing above your groin. Hands in Namaskara Mudra, Anjali Mudra. Hold, balance, visualize building a solid foundation of strength and balance. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam. Hastamudra Vyomi, Kritva Didhatasthai. Sit up. Now the next asana that will be entering is Trishulasana. Trishulasana. So this time, once again, bring yourself in a similar posture, but the hands will be resting on the knees. Murchakumka, Jalandarbandha, visualize clear, focused energy aligned in the three distinct directions. Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Utana Shayani, Karayugme Pashudaya, Dridritta. The next asana is Trishurasana Uttaranga. So this time, once again, lift yourself in the similar posture with knees bent, soles of the feet together, hands. And this time, bring the palms together with fingers pointed above the ground, above the groin. In the Uttaranga, the hands were below the groin. This time, bring it above the ground, above the groin region. Moja Kumbhaka, visualize enhanced focus and balance of your energy, becoming dynamic and precise. Chant the japa Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Mudravaj, Urdu, Prasare Padvyam, Samoloche Nipatage. The next asana is Jwalasana Uttaranga. So from this similar posture, with your legs and hips straight up vertically. Try to balance as you bring the hands on the sides of your hips. Balance yourself. Try to bring your hands on the sides of the hips. Mocha Kumbhaka, Jalandarbandha. Visualize a steady controlled source of energy at the core. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Bahu, Dhorantaro, Pratvakaya Madhe Sama, Niruddha. The next asana is the Hala Hasana Dve Purvanga. From the seated position, lean back, bringing your back onto the ground, feet up, raised above your head. Keep your hips straight on the shoulder. Slowly lower your toes gently to the ground behind your back. Interlace the finger behind your head for the support. Visualize your energy turning inward with calm control. Mochakumka, Janandabandha, Nandijapa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Manibandhadvayam, Karnashikharo, Sanyojayet. Now the next asana, the entry, is Hala Hasana Dve Uttaranga. So from this similar posture, with a deeper stretch, actually return to the back as you're leaning, return on the back as you're leaning back with your feet up above your head. So in this position, lean forward with your head is towards the ground. Try to bring your head between the thighs, hand interlaced at the knees. Chambay Mudra, Mocha Kumbhaka. Visualize a deepening flow of energy, cleansing your system, calming your body. Jalandabandha, Chanda Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Hands are interlaced at the back of your knees. Ubha Bahu Jano Prishtham, Parikam. Sanchilya. The next asana is Tadaki Mudrasana. So lie down, place your palm on the ground with your legs stretched. Interlace the fingers above your head, hands in Anjali Mudra, and then forcibly exhale, drawing the stomach in and up in Uddiyana Bandha. Holding with the breath, maintain the hollow abdomen like a pond. Visualize a steady grounded energy. Shanti Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Subhagashri Sarvanga Mudrasanam Cha Tatigi. The next asana is the Pavan Muktasana Dvai. So as you're lying down on your stomach, or lying down on your back, bring both the knees in front of your chest, wrap the arms around your legs, around your knees. Lift the back of your head slightly off the ground as we gently squeeze the body together. Shami Mudras, Samavriti, Mulabandha, visualize the pressure, tension, and restlessness being squeezed out of the body in controlled way. Shanti Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. The next asana is Uttanasana Dvai. So from the similar posture, bring the knees to the navel while wrapping your arms around your neck. Rock gently back and forth, keeping your body relaxed yet engaged. Samavriti. Mulabandha, visualize Lord Shiva as divine force, gently stretching and expanding your body. Shanti Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Deham Shavatva Kritva Janam Samyukte Navo Aniya. The next asana is Kurmasana Pancha. From the lying down position with your on your back, keep the toes of your feet flat on the ground. So from the kneeling position, so come to the kneeling position and then lie down on your back. Slowly lean, and then hands are holding the soles of the feet, toes together. Rest your elbows on the ground and tilt your head backward, gazing behind you. Purna Mudra, draw the senses inward, becoming still and withdraw like a tortoise within its shell. Samavriti, Mulabandha, visualize yourself as a total embodied steady protection and peaceful retreat. Chanda Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Janakadi, Prishtam Bhomo Niklam Sthapaye. The next asana is Kurma Pancha Purvanga. From the similar posture, now arch your back and hands are on the hips. So bring the crown of the head on the ground, arch your back, and bring your hands on the hips. Balance. Purna Mudra, Shamavriti, Chanda Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, as you visualize a turtle embodying steady protection. Hastadvayam Bhutale Nidhaya, Parshakaya Prishtet. The next asana is Chakra Uttaranga. Now you'll be entering into a deeper stretch where you arch your back such that you bring your crown of the head between the feet. Hold yourself in this position. Hands are holding the feet at the ankles from the back. Shambhavi Mudra, Samavriti. Visualize openness as you yourself as an open arch of the energy radiating strength and vitality. Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Pushtavayam Karapadayuklam Sanyoj. Now the next asana is Kurma Pancha Uttaranga. So once again, come back to the similar posture or relax for a moment as you wish. And then slowly from the kneeling position, arch your back, head on the ground, and try to bring your head between the feet, and hands are resting on the thighs. Mudra, Samavriti, Mulabandha, visualize yourself as a total, embodying steady protection. And Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Janadhritva Shironabhid, Sadnidhaya Prashte, Prasarya Prarit. Now the next asana is Manjani Kasana. Kasana asana. So come to the kneeling position. So stand on your knees, toes tucked, hands in Anjali Mudra at the heart center. Mula Bandha, Samavriti. Hold the pose for several breaths. Exit by lowering hands. Visualize your mind and body completely healed of any disease or elements of the body. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Bhuvi Sittva Tu Janubhyam, Tavan Matre Yogina. Now, the next asana we'll be entering is Sasangasana. From the kneeling position, lower your head on the ground and forward. Now interlace the finger and towards your back, grasping your respective heels. Samavriti, Jalandhar Bandha, visualize the quality of a rabbit, lightness, alertness, and agile. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Yashanganamasa, Namamastakajano Mudhyam, Kritva Pashanibhyam, Padagram Kritva Tishte, Akrivat. The next asana is Dhanasana. So lie down on your belly, hands in front of, on the side of your hips, arms facing down, and then extend both legs straight and lift your chest and upper thighs and legs off the ground and hold firmly. Saviri Mudra, Ucharikumka Pranayama, Mulabandha. Visualize a divine figure mounted on their sacred vehicle. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Dhyanasan Tautari Lage, Parshamaluke, Palsare Kare, Pagajulag, Thire Kute, Tutana. The next asana is Nibjasana Dvai. So from the similar posture, lying down on the floor, cross your heels with your hands and grasp the big toes. So cross your heels and hold the big toes. Engage Mulabandha. Ujjayi Kumbhaka. Gaze down. Visualize yourself in a deep surrender. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Tata Adhasya Ardhashaya Jyopari Sarpaye. The next asana is Mandukahasana Dvai. So be in the similar posture and cross your hands behind you and bend your knees so that you can clasp onto your respective feet. Okay, so this time your legs will also, heels will also be crossed. And you'll be crossing your hand as well, so that you are able to hold on to the respective feet. Just lift your chest up off the ground, Mandaki Mudra, close the mouth and settle, move the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Vichai Khamaka, Mulabandha, visualize grounded stability combined with calm patience. Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Ashtangushtapadangushtam Yathavidi Samyojayet. The next asana is Manduka Hasana Purvanga. As you are lying down prone, extend your hands behind you. Bend your knees so you are able to cross your respective feet. So you're from this position. Lift your firm grip, lift your feet upward and pull the toes towards the back of your head. As you rise, your chest up off the ground. Hold yourself. Visualize a growing dynamic energy rising within you. Vijay Kumka Pranayama, Om Bandha, chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Guru Bhedan Adangushta Hastayugvena Kristva. Now we'll be entering into the deeper stretch in Manduka Hasana Uttaranga. So perform as you can, because it's quite a difficult and advanced asana. So from the lying down position on your stomach, on your belly, kick your legs back, bringing it over the head and placing the feet on the ground, on the side of the ears on the ground. Hands holding the feet on the ground. Mandaki Mudra, Ujjayi Khamaka Pranayama, which is a powerful surge of energy, fully engaged. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Next. Padadvayam Skandayodham Nidhaya. The next asana is Samasya Tarakasana. So start lying on your left side. Draw the knees in towards your chest, settling into a gentle fetal position. And then place left elbow on the ground and rest the side of your head onto your left palm for the support. So you can bring the left elbow on the ground and hands raised and head palms, your head is resting on the palm. Allow the right hand to extend and relax on the right thigh. Shambhavi Mudra, Ujjayi Khamaka Pranayama. Visualize yourself gently spreading out from a lightly held center. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Samastarakāsanam. Now we'll be repeating Samastarakāsana on the other side. This time, lie on your right side with right elbow on the ground, feet close to the knee, knees close to the chest, left arm resting on the thighs. Mool Bandha, chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Samastarakāsanam. The next asana is Dakshinasana Dvai. Lie down on your right side. Place your right elbow on the ground and rest the side of your head onto the right hand. Place your left arm on the left side of your body. Ujjayi Khamaka Pranayama, engage Mool Bandha, visualize serene and radiant form of Parameshri, the supreme feminine principle. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Dakshinaparshve Shukte Samachana Sri Ranginim. The next asana is Bhujangasana Dvit. Lie prone flat on your abdomen. Place the palms beside your chest with fingers spread, pressing the top of your feet firmly into the ground. Inhale and simultaneously lift your chest into a deep arch, raising both the legs straight up behind you. Mulabandha, visualize yourself as a cobra and manifest alert stillness. Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam Yoga Jas Hastari Chitra Pasake Patamaitare Ashta Dakshina Chitre Bhujangasana Prakashita. The next asana is Patangasana. So as you're lying down on your stomach, feet resting on the ground, place your palms beneath the torso with palms facing upward against your stomach. Rest your forehead gently on the ground. So rest your forehead on the ground. Palms are on the resting on below the thighs. Visualize a mouth flying insect resting on the ground. And japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Atha Padangasanam. The next asana is Ustrasana 3D Kuruvanga. So come to the kneeling position, sit in a kneeling position, and then tuck the toes. Press your toes slightly against the hip and lean forward. Place the hands on the side of the head. Elbows straight, the hands straight. Shami Mudra, Vijay Kumka Pranayama. Visualize yourself as a serene, resting camel. Chant Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Pada Dvayamritam Bho Dhritva Karo. Talopari Karatalam Yagga. Lingavamastitva Mastakam Maram. Krishto Sayetad Asanam. The next asana is Dhamaka. So as you are seated, come to the seating position with the feet flat, knee raised, hands on the respective knees. Keep heels flat on the ground. Take a deep inhalation through the nose and forcibly exhale out of the mouth to kindle your Kundalini energy. Andhra Kumaka, very forcefully exhale. Then inhale and retain the breath. Feel energy driven downward and inward. Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Atha Dhamakasanam. The next asana is Chalasana. So similar posture, with the hands, cross your arms on the top of the legs and hold the opposite arms. You're holding the opposite arms. Perform the Apakarshaka Kumbhaka. Partially close the nose while performing inhalation and exhalation. Shambe Mudra, Jalandhavandha, tuck the chin to the chest, gaze to the nose, visualize motion gathering inward instead of disappearing outward. Japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Jalasanam. The next asana is Kalangasana. So from the same seated position with knees bent, bending them towards to draw the heels close to the perineum. Keep the heels flat on the ground and hands. Place your index finger over your respective ears, sealing off all sounds as you tilt your head down and gaze to the nose. So place your Index finger over the respective ears, sealing your ears of any sound. Then tilt your head down in Jalandhar Bandha. Gaze to the nose, Apakarshika Kumka. Visualize all sound dissolving at words step gently back. Chandajapa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Palangasanam. Now the next asana is Brahmananda asana. So start seated and bring the knees together. So similar posture, and this time place the arms underneath the thighs and hold to the opposite elbows. Heels off the ground. Heels are raised off the ground. Keep the chest upright and gaze to the nose. Visualize scattered effort. Drawing inward, settling into your core. Apakashaka Mulabandha Chandjapa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Brahmananda Brahmananda. Now the next asana that we'll be performing is Dhumakasana. So as you are seated in a similar posture, interlock your fingers and extend your arms straight, bringing your hands to one side of your buttocks to hold the ankles. So one hand Apakashkurka. Visualize heat building quietly at body center. Chandjapa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Atha Dhumakasanam. Next asana is Dhumakasana, repeated on the other side. So this time, interlace the finger on the other side, resting on the ground, heels off the ground. Mulabandha, visualize heat, gently quietly at body center. Chandjapa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Adhumakasanam. Now the next asana is Vrithasana Dvai. So from the similar posture, place the palms gently on the knees, spine lifted, chest open. Apakarsha Kumbhaka, Mulabandha. Visualize yourself seated upon a radiant platform of golden light. Chandjapa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Athanasthena Padau Das Nyase Bhutalis Samao. Now the next asana is Kanakayasana. So start with toes and knees. So come to the seated position with your feet flat on the ground and raise your heels off the ground, keeping your sitting bones on the back of your heels. And then from this position, wrap your arms around your back. Palms facing outward. Bring your forehead down towards the ground. Keep your spine long. Mudra, Apakarsha Kumbhaka, Jalandhar Bandha. Visualize yourself as raw metal and refining mind fire. Chandjapa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Atha Kanakausaakasanam. Now the next asana is Dharma Goasi Asana. So once again, sit with your feet flat, knees close to the chest. Cross your arms, holding the legs, holding the opposite arms. Shambhavi Mudra, Apakarsa Kumbhaka, Jalandhar Bandha, visualize yourself as a humble craftsman and hands roughed by honest toil, crafting leather into tools for purpose and service. Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Atha Charma Govasyasanam. Then next asana is Granthi Harasana. So in this position, from the previous asana, wrap your feet flat on the ground in front of you, knees together, and then wrap your arms around your knees, drawing them into towards your chest. Lift the feet off the ground and allow them to flare out to the sideward. So legs are not crossed. Legs are on the similar side. From the similar side, extend the legs out and off the ground. Engage your core, maintain steady breath. Samabhi Mudra, Apakarsa Kumbhaka, Mulbandha. Visualize long standing, not emotional, mental, and habitual. Chanda Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Atha Granthi Harasanam. Now the next asana is Vakraka Sundarasana, Purvanga. So as you're seated with your knees bent slightly, feet towards the ground, and twist your upper body to one side and clasp the hand behind your back. So twist your body on one side and then interlace the finger behind your back. Try to balance. Straighten your arms, lift your chest as you draw shoulders blade together. Shambhavi Mudra, Apakarsa Kumbhaka, Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as sleek, sharp, curved knife. Chanda Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Abhyaso Tatso Gopurakya Dakshina Kaksha Vamanajyo Vitaram Nayet. The next asana is Vakrakas Surasana. So as you are seated with feet flat, knees close to the chest, hook your right arm around the front of your right knee. And grasp your left wrist firmly to secure the bend. You can twist the upper body sharply to the left. Apakarsa Kumbhaka, Mulabandha. Visualize yourself as a radiant carved knife. Chanda Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Vamapadam Kuncha Dakshinarupari Sapayet. The next asana, we'll be repeating Vakrakuks Surasana Uttananga on the other side. So twist the body on the other side, interlace the finger behind. Visualize yourself wielding the carved knife with increasing skills and grace. Vaishnavi Mudra, Apakarsa Kumbhaka, Mulabandha, Chanda Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Dakshina Pada Kuncha, Vama Muro Sthapaye, Dakshina Aksha Vamajayadhanam Sama Vidyataha. Now we'll be entering into the next asana, which is Marajidhanasana. Marajidhasana. So start seated with your spine upright and hips grounded, and then place your left foot over the right hip. allowing the knees to relax down. So bring your right foot on the ground. Okay. The right foot is right knee is bent, and you are sitting on the outside of your left knee for stability. Hands in Namaskara Mudra, visualize long held knot in the body. Chandajapa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam, Marajidasanam. The next asana is Kakasasana. So from this seated position, bend one knee, place the feet flat on the ground and draw the opposite foot towards you and press it firmly into the armpit of the same side. So bringing one leg, bending the one knees and feet to the armpit. The knees will be on the ground. Other foot is on the side with knees bent, feet flat. So if your right foot is towards the armpit, hold, bring that arm on the side for the support. The other hand is resting on the knees in Bandha Mudra. Apakarsha Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha. Visualize your armpit as the second sacred hidden sham within your body. Chandajapa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Dhirasanam tu Vijnana, Kakshasanam, Taramparam. Next asana is Vakra Surasana Purvanga. Repeat it on the other side. So as you are seated with your knees bent, twist your upper body to one side and clasp the hands behind your back. Apakarsha Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as sleek, sharp, carved knife. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Abhyase, Sadgo Purakhe, Dakshina Kaksha, Vama Bhajo Nayet. Now we'll be entering into the next asana. And the next asana is Vakraka Surasana Uttaranga. Repeated on the other side. So this time repeat on the other side where your one arm is wrapped around the knees, other arm goes back and then interlace the finger. Vaishnavi Mudra, Apakarsha Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself wielding over the carved knife with increasing skill and grace. Chandajapa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Dakshiram Padakuncha Vamoro Pari Sapayet. The next asana that we'll be performing is repeating Kakshasana on the other side. So bring one leg on the armpit. So this time choose the other foot, bring it on to the armpit and knees are on the ground. The other foot, where your knees are bent, feet flat, bring the hands in Bindu Mudra and rest it on the thigh. Other hand is holding the leg which is at the armpit, palms on the ground. Visualize your armpit as the sacred hidden chamber within your body, warm, vital space within, where the divine presence is concealed beneath the origin. Apakarsh Kumbuka, Mulabandha, Nandijapa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam. The next asana is Gorakshasana 3. So sit from the seated position, bring the soles of the feet together in front of you and pull your heels upward. So pull your heels upward towards you and rotate the balls of the feet together and toes on the ground. Keep your knees wide apart and ground your around the ground and cross your hands in front of you, holding onto the opposite heel. Keep your spine tall. Vaishnavi Mudra, Upper Pressure Kumbhaka. Partially close the nose while performing inhalation exhalation. Visualize Sage Goraksha as a radiant beacon of wisdom. Nandijapa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Kavanda asana mityaho Gorakshasana mevacha Amrushnamishikam yena Brahmapatsari tatha. Now let's get ready for the next asana, which is Chanderi asana. So extend the legs in front of you. Bring your spine straight, chest upright, and then bring your hands to your nose. Bring your right hand towards the nose. And seal the mouth with one. Seal the nostril one side at a time with thumb and ring finger for the Nadi Shodhana Pranayama, where you start with closed right nostril with the thumb and inhale the left slowly. Hold as long as comfortable. Then exhale slowly. Inhale and exhale without any pause and repeated motion. Mulabandha, visualize two subtle stream of breath flowing along the Chanjapa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Ata Chandreyasanam. Now the next asana will be performing is Urupar-vasana. So come to the kneeling position, stand on the knees. Weight grounded through your shins and lengthen your spine as you lift your chest and relax your shoulders. Bring the hands in Namaskara Mudra. And on the knee position, upright with your heels drawn in close towards your buttocks. And your weight grounded to your shins. Keep your breath smooth. Namaskara Mudra, Pratyahara Pamukha, Mulabandha. Visualize the hip joint as strong, well-oiled hinge, yet stable. Chandajapa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Uruparvasanam. The next asana is Dvipada Parashvasana. So as you're standing on your knees, rotate each knee inward. Draw the soles of the foot together, soles of each foot up towards the inner groin, to the outside edge of the feet. Press against the upper thigh. So there's kind of a Sukhyasana, where hands are in Namaskara mudra. So you'll be bringing the legs from the back, from outside, and resting on the thighs, on the respective thigh. Pratyahara Kumka, engage Mulbandha, visualize your foundation narrowing without losing balance. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam. Dvipada Parshvasanam. Now, the next asana is Vichara Asana. From the seated position with on your knees, pull one foot back into the armpit and repeat with the other leg. So bring both the legs to the armpit, on the respective armpit, and squeeze the feet to the side of your body with your arms. So let's enter with the asana where you bring both the feet to the armpits. Knees are on the ground, and with both hands in Namaskara mudra, also pressing the legs towards armpit. Bhramari pranayama. And visualize the movement turning into inward body, asking wordless questions. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Vichara Anathasanam. The next asana is Achali Asana. To come to the cross-leg posture, legs in Padmasana. Cross the arms in front of your chest, hold on to the opposite elbows. Keep your spine tall, chest upright, Shambhavi Mudra, Pratyahara Kumka, Mulbandha. Visualize seated at the unmoving center of intersection point. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Now the next asana that we'll be entering into is Shuddhi Dharasana. So from the seated position, bring the legs in Padmasana, hands in Bindu Mudra, resting on the respective knees. Mulabandha. Gaze to the nose. Visualize yourself seated in unwavering stability. Chant japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Dakshapadam cha Varamure Vinyatat Param. Sit comfortably as we'll be coming back in a short while.
When I arrived here, I was in a very, very dark space, very pessimistic, but now there's this love inside of me, there's this joy inside of me, and the belief systems are changing, so all of a sudden opportunities are everywhere.
I've been learning the yoga from other sources previously, but the Swamiji's yoga is the only place from authentic source. Is really, really different. Also enjoying the pure vegetarian, organic, sattvic foods.
This special yoga makes my body more flexible, and Swamiji is teaching me what is intensity, what is integrity, and what is discipline.
Before coming, I twisted my left wrist during basketball game, and I barely can use my left hand. After few training, my hand can sustain my body weight, and now everything looks normal for my left hand.
Starting early in the morning with some yoga to move the body, then puja to move the spirit, then these talks that really dive into my subconscious mind to really get into these root patterns of my life and to really release that emotional charge once and for all for my being. In day 28, I am complete.
I think the biggest breakthroughs for me were like completion with my social circle, like my parents and relationships. So I really felt deep healing experiences. Also, I kind of manifested different powers. For example, I could do remote vision. Another thing that I manifested was body scanning. I would say the last thing that really touched me was how everything is so kind of personal. The whole experience, like people really attend to you, they care about you. You're not just a number in a program, but you're treated like a real being. So I really appreciate that.
Everybody has a wonderful breakthroughs and experiences.
Life-changing process once you have joined.
I would recommend this to anyone who wants to make a big shift in his life, a big change. Not even just like growth, but for personal transformation and breakthroughs, because this program just brings you to the next level.
If anybody is just tired of being tired,
Let's continue with the next asana. The next asana is Siddhasana Pancha or Siddhasana 5. So bring the legs in Padmasana. Lengthen your spine as you round evenly through your sitting bones. And then slide your hands beneath the respective thighs with palms flat on the ground. Allowing, so hands are from the sides, hands are resting on the ground from the sides. So bring the hands quite under the thighs. Low. Yes. Keep your chest open. Steady. Hold yourself in a stability, with stability and calm. Vaishnavi Mudra, where you hold the outer vision steady without blinking while remain inward. Pratyahara Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply and hold your breath while withdrawing the senses. Bring your attention inward as you hold as long as comfortable. Exhale slowly and repeat. Moola Bandha. Visualize yourself established in compassion, in completion, as if nothing more needs to be fixed or proven or attained. Feel the sense of having arrived eternal. Stable, ordered, and sufficient in yourself. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Atha Siddhasanam Pancha. The next asana is Vayu Dharasana. So from the seated position with your legs crossed in Padmasana, rest your hands on the respective knees. Consciously direct the prana downward as you pull the apana vayu upward, allowing them to merge at the navel center. Perform the Prakriti Kumbhaka, sucking the air with a loud va sound, holding it, known as Prakriti Kumbhaka. Perform the Ujjayi Kumbhaka pranayama, where you exhale and bring the stomach in and up. Uddiyana Bandha, gaze to the nose. Visualize a timeless pause where the breath is held suspended in a serene balance. Experience this subtle stillness as the gateway to deeper inner calm, where the energy gathers and awakens the dormant power. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Vayu Dharanasamana Padmasanasa Pranamadhyo Naye Apanam Murdhvam Kritva Vayu Dharaye Tishthet. Now the next asana is Nibjasana. So as you're seated with the legs in Padmasana, rest your hands on the respective knees and draw the chin to the chest in Jalandhar Bandha. Prakriti Kumbhaka. Suck the air with the va sound. and holding it is known as Prakriti Kumka. Shambhi Mudra. Chant Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Ubhaya Panurni Vayam Janunvo Ardhaye. Kati Prashte Samekritve. Hastena Nabi. Uthapaye Dutyodam Guru Dakshite. Now we're going to do the next asana, which is Samyukta Padasana. So from a seated position with your legs in Padmasana, reach your hands behind your back. So you want to pull your legs much towards inside, because you'll be holding the big toes of each foot by bringing the hands, by crossing the arms behind your back. Kechari Mudra, Dhyana Kumbhaka, Mool Bandha. So Sanat Kumbhaka is where you inhale and visualize the prana vayu being inside and outside. Visualize the two lotus flowers whose stems intertwine gracefully, representing your Kundalini Shakti. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Padang Sanyu Sanyugasana Astaduyabham Samura Padmam Yojayet. Now the next asana is Uttitha Padmasana. So in this, as you are seated in Padmasana, inhale and press the hands down on the ground beside you and lift the hips and feet off the ground and balance. Perform the Shambhi Mudra, Kevala Kumbhaka, Moola Bandha, and visualize yourself as a lotus flower emerging from the muddy water. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Padmasanas. Padmasanastha Karatalabhyam Bhumi Samrabhayam. The next asana performing is Lalita Padmasana. From the seated position, sit with your both feet in Padmasana. So from the Padmasana, reach both the hands together through the gap of your groin and legs. So insert both the hands between the groin and then place the palms firmly onto the ground, shifting your weight onto the arms and lift your body off the ground. Visualize a suspended lotus floating above worldly attachment. Shambhi Mudra, Kevala Kumbhaka. Engage Moola Bandha. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. उद्रीतकमलासनं हस्तयोः गुह्यं तथे स्थापये पद्युग्मम् उत्तिष्ठ च. Let's enter into the next asana. The next asana is Kurmasana, Kukutasana 3. So in Kukutasana 3, as you are seated in Padmasana, reach both the hands to your legs. Press the palm firmly on the ground and lift your entire weight onto the arms. Place the body, lift your body upward. Shambhi Mudra, Kevalakavamukha. Visualize yourself in the profound and alert posture. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Purmule, Dvayam, Pida Ghangre, Tathapaye, Drishtau. And let's enter into the next asana. The next asana is Jalandhara asana. Once again, as you are seated in Padmasana, place your hands between the gap in your calves and thighs. And press your hands down onto the ground, lifting your body off the ground. Visualize yourself lifting cleanliness from the ground. Feel effort, collecting effort, and pushing at the throat. Family Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam. Perform the Jiva Chalakakumaka, Jalandhar Bandha, Family Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam. Jalandharasanam. The next asana is Bandha Choli asana. Bandha Choli Kukkutasana. So this is kind of similar to Uttana Padasana, Urdhva Padmasana. So where you from the Padmasana come to the seated position. Inhale and press your hands down onto the ground in front of you, lifting your hips off the ground and bringing your chest all the way up. So you can perform the asana, come to the kneeling position with legs Padmasana, place both the palms on the ground in front of you, and then lean forward. As you lean forward, bringing your balance on the palms, and then slowly start lifting your feet, knees off the ground. Yes. And now hold for a moment with Sambhi Mudra, Kevala Kammuka, engage Mool Bandha, embodying proud rooster's quality. And the Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Now the next asana that we'll be performing is Pada Sarpasana.
When I arrived here, I was in a very, very dark space, very pessimistic, but now there's this love inside of me, there's this joy inside of me, and the belief systems are changing, so all of a sudden opportunities are everywhere.
I've been learning the yoga from other sources previously, but the Swamiji's yoga is the only place.
The next asana is Paramashivam. So once again, from the seated position, bringing both the palms on the ground, legs in Padmasana. Inhale and rest your palms, hands on the ground in front of you. Then lift your hips off the ground, bringing your knees all the way up, resting them on the back of your straightened arm. Keep your back parallel to the ground. Gaze downward as you maintain the balance on the two arms. Perform the Bhujangani Mudra. Open the mouth wide and subtly draw prana inward. Kevalaka Kumbhaka. Allowing breath to pause naturally. Observe without forcing. Mula Bandha. Visualize a coiled serpent resting at the base of your spine. Chant Japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Padmasana hasto bhomo sthapayet. Urani kuksha madhe anya bhomo. Sedre turyat. The next asana is Parshva Kutasana. So this is another advanced asana where from the previous asana you will be shifting your legs to one side. So start from the seated position with both the feet crossed in Padmasana. Inhale deeply as you bring both the hands on the ground in front of you, and then lift your hips off the ground, bringing your knees all the way up, resting them on the back of your straightened arm. And from there, rotate your knees so that the right thigh rests on the left arm alone. So give it a try. Gazing towards the ground in front of you, maintain the balance. Shambhavi Mudra, Kevalaka Kumbhaka, Mulbandha. Visualize a rooster standing alert on one leg, body turned to the side and with a vigilant gaze. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Panchakuri Kukkutam cha Ekapada Kukkutam Akrita Bandhaluchari Pashva Kukkutame Vacha. Now we'll be repeating Parshva Kukkutasana on the other side. So if you had lifted and twisted your knees on the left side, then this time twist on the right side. And if you have twisted on the right side, this time twist on the left side. So once again, come back, legs in Padmasana, knee forward, place both the palms on the ground. As you slowly lift your knees at the back of your straightened arm, and then rotate on one side, bringing the knees on the elbows. Shambhavi Mudra, Kevalaka Kumbhaka, Mulbandha. Visualize the rooster standing alert on one leg. Chant Japa, Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. Chant Japa, and let's enter in Sahasramana. Panchachuri Kukkutam cha Ekapada Kukkutam Akrita Bandhachuri Parshu Kukkutame cha. The next asana is Simhasana Chatwari. As you are seated in Padmasana, bring the hands Position your hands in front of you, in front of the ground, and raise onto the knees. Raise yourself onto the knees, and then gently bring your groin down. So basically lean forward and bring the groin to the ground, resting your knees, thighs down with hands planted and arms straight. Open your chest, tilt your head. Holding in a static position. Perform the Bhujangini Mudra. Open the mouth wide and subtly draw prana in inward, feeling energy like serpent. Antaranga Gumka, quickly and forcefully inhale through the nose. Mula Bandha, visualize yourself seated with the fierce, majestic presence of a lion. Chandasapa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam, Agrasaram cha Prathamam, Pashadva Asanam, Ayadham. The next asana is Padma Darpasana Purvanga. From the seated position, sit with both the feet in Padmasana and place both the palms on the ground in front of you, and then raise onto your knees. And then break your groin. Hands so lift once again on the straightened arms, knees back of the ground, back of the armpit, Bhujangini Mudra, Kevalaka Kumka, engage Mulabandha, visualize the graceful snake coiled around a radiant lotus. Sandhjapa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivam, Adharpasanam Hasya Bhuma Sapaye, Muruni Kaksha Madhe, Aniye Bhujo, Sarani. The next asana is Solo Gudasana. From the sitting position with legs in Padmasana, lean back onto your elbows. So as you lean back, elbows on the ground, and lace your palms facing upward with your sitting bones as you raise your knees up towards the sky. So legs in Padmasana, lean on the back with elbows on the ground. Knees lifted up to the sky, gaze straight through your knees as you rest. Tilted back in chest. Shambhe Mudra, Kevalaka Kumbhaka, Mool Bandha. Visualize yourself as a perfectly balanced scale, evenly poised between opposite energies. Chandajapa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Solam Vilasanam Nam Pani Bhyam Pada Adyo Grahitva. The next asana is Vakra Padasana, Vakra Padmasana. So as you relax in Padmasana, lie down on your back and hold onto your big toes in Prana Mudra. Perform the Kevalaka Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha. Visualize a lotus arching upward, petals opening strong and resilient. And the Japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Archita Kamalasanam, Padma Prantyo Grihta Kurvata. The next asana is Parshvadasana. From the seated position, sit tall with both the feet on the opposite thighs in Padmasana, and lean onto and bring both the legs, both the hands above the head. Place your entire back onto the ground, avoiding any arching in your back, while your spine support your head one above the other. hands are crossed. Shambhavi Mudra, Kevalaka Kumaka, Mool Bandha. Visualize an egg suspended in space, slicing through the obstacles beside you. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Agrasanam cha prathamam, Vashanadva asanam, Apveda adham. The next asana will be repeating Parshvadasana. So this time, cross the hands in the opposite direction. So you can place the left palm on the ground facing up and hold the wrist with the opposite palm. Kevalaka Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha. Visualize an egg suspended and face slicing through the obstacles beside your body. Chant the japa, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Agrasanam cha prathamam, Pashada asanam adham. The next asana is Samsasana, Varamasana. So lie down, lie on your back with your legs extended, feet relaxed, rest your arms slightly away from your body with palms facing up. Let your shoulders soften into the palm. Hands comfortably on your sides for ease. Avoid any tension. Shakti Chilan Mudra. Awaken the base energy with steady intent, drawing the prana upward through the spine. Kevalaka Kumbhaka. Moola Bandha. Visualize your body lying in a cremation ground, embraced by sacred flames. Visualize Swamiji liberating you.
Shivoham, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Om 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 Nithyananda, Paramashivoham. Nithyananda, Paramashivoham, Om 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 Nithyananda, Paramashivam. Om Nithyananda 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 Paramashivam.
I bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes and manifest the powers of Mahasadashiva.
Om Nithyananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत् सर्वं भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम् Thank you everyone. Nithyananda.